Hey, I was kind of going through and looking at some watches I picked up the other day, and one of them I kind of forgotten about was this Boa chronograph. Basically, it's a devil diver 666 with a chronograph function on it. So nice reverse panda, nice little orange hand, and of course, I like Bulova because my joke is that Bulova is the unofficial watch of the Archie Luxury channel. So I was doing a little bit of research on it, and I came across a Hodinkee sale. So basically, one 70s Bulova chronograph, Devil Diver, 70s, exactly like mine, except I think it had like a little Pepsi effect from like 12 to 4. Actually, I kind of like mine better. And it sold for $2,500. Dang. And don't get me wrong, I was dad dancing about it for a while because I spent under $5 for this one, serviced. But of course, everyone being kind of really new, I'm aware of Hodinkee. I kind of watched their articles. And it almost seems like they're not on the same plane as the rest of us, the same level. They will come up with some picks like SIHH. Some of them, it seems like when they pick a piece I like, I think they're geniuses, and when they pick something I don't like, I think they're madmen. Some of their personal picks out of SIHH, I was thinking bizarre. It's like maybe these guys are just seeing so many watches, they're just bored with them or something. I'm not sure. But I have actually heard rumblings and grumblings about the Hodinkee effect. Oh, this is just nothing but blatant, showmanship, puffery, marketing. They'll take a vintage watch and they'll talk it up and they'll charge way over what it's worth. And of course, I've heard the same thing about Christian Harris. But then again, these guys live in New York, rent's expensive, and, they got to eat. Doesn't mean I have to feed them filet mignon, though. But I was kind of wondering, though, is it all marketing? Is it all hype? Or is it all sincerely, wholly due to the Hodinkee effect? Or maybe we're coming to the end of an era with some watches. When my last year when my kids were still legally obligated to come and visit with me on the summer, I took them in the car, and I decided to take them and the Drama Mama over to a cafe I'd known for years. Went there. It's Jeff's Country Cafe on Classen. I used to go there all the time in law school. Just, cheap, inexpensive, good, wholesome, just American diner food. And I almost had, it'd been a while since I'd been there. Didn't realize how long it was. And I literally caught myself blurting out, "Oh my God!" They used to have like bacon and eggs for $1 and toast for $1.99. And the Drama Mama caught me and said, "Sweetie, you realize it's been like 20 or 30 years since you've been here last, right?" Dang. Age has a way of catching up with you, and information can become stale if you don't make the effort to keep updated. So the question I have is, are we coming to an age, the end of an age, when vintage pieces are cheap and readily available and plentiful? After all, oil was cheap until we started discovering that we're running out of it. So is the Hodinkee effect, the pieces that they pick that they like, is that just nothing more than salesmanship? Or are their pieces or their picks and their prices justified? I think everyone, when I started out, just like everyone else, I was terribly insecure and about my choices. I really didn't know, how good my instincts were. And I actually think, I actually think I've got pretty decent instincts. One of the things I've learned to trust my gut. I can see a watch and it's just like, ooh, yeah, it grabs me. And then I find out later on the good things about it. I'm so far, knock on Formica, my instincts are usually correct more than they're incorrect. But instead of hating on Hodinkee for puffery and salesmanship, maybe we'd be better off just going into vintage, doing a little bit of homework, and just picking what we freaking like. So, can you really fault Hodinkee for going in and finding bargains and baubles and treasures in the rough that everyone else has overlooked? Or is that the fault of the watch collecting community in general for not trusting its own instincts, for not going its own way and deciding what it likes individually and collectively? So, I'm kind of curious as to what the old-timers have to say about the Hodinkee effect. Leave your comments underneath. And as usual, I don't have any answers, but I only have questions. Well, yeah, nice job, Hodinkee. Awesome. Thanks.